Hey guys, my name is Zodiac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in City Skylines. Just look at that right now. We have an outside sea connection, people are just swimming in the water waiting for a boat to arrive. That is weird. Anyway guys, welcome back. Last episode we added in some of the brand new stuff from the Sunset Harbor DLC. Some of the new transport hubs with the trains and the subways. Added in, as you can see right now, this brand new harbour dock, which I've expanded on since last episode. Now, I've done a lot of stuff since last episode because some of the stuff I've done takes a lot of simulation time to kind of get up and running. So I thought I'd do it off camera rather than, you know, just having to just wait it out on video. And since I've kind of done some stuffs, some issues have arrived. Not negative ones, they're good in the sense that we can solve them. But they're issues from improvements that we're going to get at some point and hopefully we can tackle today. Zodiac, you're speaking in code. What do you mean? Well, I'll show you right now, guys. But anyway, if you have been enjoying FoolTopia and you want this series to continue, you want to see more of it, please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're around here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that next video comes out, boys. But as you can see right now, I've made this little river by the little metropolis area a little bit deeper, and now we have ships passing through. Because before, they had to kind of come around here or through here, sail all the way around here to get down to there. And I said I was going to do it. I've done it. Now the reason I did it off camera is because it takes a lot of simulation time because the game is currently running pretty damn slow, even in ×9 speed because of how big the city is. Also, it was inevitable. It was going to cause tsunamis, and it did. I'm still suffering them. We get a little bit of wave spillover every so often. I kind of had to put like a little key wall there to kind of protect this. I've had a little bit of, well, not zoning, but kind of building there. Added in a second export area because this one was being so overpowered with traffic. And we've kind of divided it a little bit. And even then it was still a little bit crazy. So what I chose to do, you can probably see the extra rail tracks running up here, is I've kind of created a little cargo train terminal just here underneath the highway, so it's kind of out the way and it bridges over because this is heavy industrial. So that is now kind of literally reduced the traffic going to all three of them. So it's spread out a little bit more evenly, which is pretty cool. We've got so many cargo ships coming in and out. Now we have so many cargo ships, but we have even more of trains. Now what I've done over here is I've added in 5 new areas, export areas. Because my understanding was, well, not my understanding, the theory was, if you add in more connections to the outside world, then you can pump more trains in and out a lot easier. Now while that is true, what I kind of didn't think of was the fact that I put all 5 in the same area. And like a damn fool, I then decided to still connect them semi all up. And we got train jams for days. Now, while that theory still works, we kind of have to spread them around the map. And the problem we've got is FoolTopia is a freaking island. So I'm going to have to do some stuff that you wouldn't normally do, but just to get the train traffic working in FoolTopia, because we're going to have some major issues. Ignore all this, I'm still experimenting. So like how we have this little island connected over here, which the highway traffic comes in and the train traffic, I'm still going to keep these 5, but I need to make a couple of these around the edges of the map, not for traffic for vehicles, just for trains. And what I'm thinking of doing is just literally hiding it. So at some point we'll find a little section where we'll kind of create a little Y junction, and the train track will run all the way under. So maybe say we pick this corner of the map over here, we'll have a little connection that runs all the way over, and then at this point here it comes above ground and connects out. So if we had more connections again like this spread around different sides of the map, they're not all, because that basically at the minute all the traffic, can I go to okay, all the traffic, train traffic is trying to filter down to here. So if I had one like over here, had one over here, one over here, one there, whatever I put them, then they're not all trying to kind of mass immigrate or mass move, whatever the correct term is, to that one section, thus causing traffic. They can easily spread themselves out, and then we can get train traffic in and out pretty easy. That's what we're going to try and do, but look how beautiful FoolTopia looks. So damn good. So damn good. Anyway, guys, we are back. So what I'm going to do as well is let me check the unemployment. So the unemployment's down to 4%. I still want to try and decrease that. I'm going to get some residential stuff in here anyway, because it's a perfect area for residents. So let's just kind of pause and let's just zone this. And while that's kind of building up, we can then take a look at setting up the train stuffs. So I'm going to do all residential and leave it as that. We'll do some commercial just there, and there, and then we'll leave that as that then, because it kind of goes into the train yard area. So, right, okay, let's go back to this unit. So I'm thinking, right, we're going to put one over in this corner to begin with, because I got to see how the other train lines run. Now, I do know that this here goes underground, that train line that runs parallel with the metro that we added in last episode. I want it to continue to go underground here and then pop up, and then we're going to do a couple of rural stations going down the back side of this residential. Now, when we pick a point like this, when the train track will have to go underground so it doesn't kind of cross through this, that's where we create the little Y coming off that will filter over into the outlet over here. Now, I'm going to do it quite small so we don't have too much tsunamis. But if I get right to the corner, and that should be fine. So if I got the train, and if I just went, let's go there. Am I in the air right now? I kind of am, aren't I? Oh, God, yeah. Get down to 0, please. So if I just did... What, why is it going underground? Don't go underground. Wait, where are we? Hold on. Is it where is that? Is it because I've kind of just zoned the island? Oh, there we go. Right, okay, let me delete that and start again. I don't quite know where the evolve... Oh, now we got water. Damn it, you Folio. Right. There. And straight out. So what I want to do is just literally make it go completely underground. I know it's a little bit mental and crazy. Oh, that's not even a freaking... Boy, sort it out. There we go. So listen, make it go underground. And then I can connect it up over there. So I know it's really, really... Oh my God. Is it going to be one of these days? It's going to be one of these days, isn't it? Right, underground, please. There we go. And hopefully we shouldn't see it much. And then we'll bring it up to here. And then kind of bring it to like -10. Because that's what I'm kind of going to have that area. So you can't even see it. You don't know it exists. It's just a connection we got over there to hopefully... you know, filter out more train traffic. It's a little bit of behind the scenes of the city in a way, isn't it? So if I was to then, well, really now then, we have to kind of configure this. So that would be kind of cool. So what I want then, forget this for a minute. What I kind of want anyway is to have a couple of train stations. Am I in underground view? I don't want to be in underground view, boy. Or is that just how it's going to be? So yeah, so that's going to kind of go underground. We'll have one. We don't really need one popping up here on this side because we have a couple of metro stops. So that will be kind of useless for the train at the minute. We have a metro stop over here, but then in between we can then set up by the bus station just here. Our little train station. Now, do I make it stick out a bit? Oh, I'm definitely like it under. Oh, I mean tunnel mode. Is that what it is? Tunnel mode. It annoys me. It annoys me. It's becoming a meme at this point. So the bus station is just there. So if I brought that up like this, and I'm going to move the bus stop on this side, and hopefully it's enough space for the... What do you mean you can't place by near a roadside? Oh, is it because of the power grids, power lines? Right, pause. There we go. Now that is a single road there, the highway. Eventually I'm going to be upgrading it to the double there. So when we do that, obviously we'll kind of bend it around the train tracks a little bit. So there we go. The bus stop. Where is the bus stop button? There we go. move it to over here instead. So it kind of goes in, and then we're at the station. Nice. Right, it's got the zoning. Oh, we can do a little bit more zoning. Nice. And did it kind of the same thing over here. So where is there a bus stop? There is one very towards the end. Now, is that a good spot for it? Kind of. No. I want to go for a more centralized location. So we'll go down to that there. Gonna have to delete these power grids again. It's not having a negative effect on us deleting his power grids, right? To be honest, we don't even need these ones anymore, do we? No, we don't. Right, we need these, but I can delete them up to that point there. Sweet, mate. So then, the train track there, because obviously it's all going to be all underground, and pops up there, train stop there, train stop there. It would then be nice to have a train stop around here, somewhere probably about here, because then we have a train stop just there, which is a passenger one, I believe. Yes, and that's where the end of the line will be for that little loop. So from there to there, it will pretty much be. So it's another way to transport peeps around. So where do I want this train station to be? So this one I can't do anything magical like I did on the last one. So if I just kind of add it... If I add it about here... Right. And that's solely because the train track there can kind of... Because it's got to go here. That's got to bend around and go down there underground. That's okay, right. I think I've got it. So anyway. Anyway, let's go tunnel mode. And let's just kind of pick here then. A -10 straight across. Oh, it's the wrong one. I mean, it's got to be underground anyway over there, so that's it's not in waste. There to there. And then this simply, the train station is there and there. So this simply just needs to connect up over here. So we'll bring it down to here. Get a nice big bend on it. Now I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do how I'm doing this area. So for now we'll just connect it like that. And so we need to bring this down to here and then up to there. Looks, oh my god, it looks shocking, doesn't it? Let's do this properly. So, when we bring it up to there. To there. And then here. Oh, I missed it. I wasn't on it properly, was I? There. And then, of course, where's the train? The train station's just here. So if I stick down to 10 again. Keeping this underground. Well, is that going to delete buildings? I want to delete buildings. Right, to there. Right, it's not the right bend I'm trying to get, is it? -10's that to there. So what are these? Ah, schools. Okay. Right, we'll move this one. I'll just place it there. I'm not sure how healthy it is to have a train station near a school. but it's what I've got to do. It's what I've got to do, boys. And then connect you to there. This I need to go underground as soon as possible because it's going to carve off some of those buildings. I'm connecting this all the way over here. So bring that into there, connect up, and there we go. That is now all hooked up. So what we'll do then is we'll create our little, well, a brand new line anyway. There to there, to there, to there, and then to here, and then pretty much back again. So where's my first stop? It's here. So with that set up, not only does it create a brand new route, obviously to transfer passengers to and from, so to stop me using vehicles, but it also acts as a new outlet inlet route to the region with the trains as well. So not just passenger trains, but cargo trains can filter out that way. So I wonder how long it will take then before we start seeing them use it. That will be interesting. Okay. Right, we're still flooding over here. See, I told you, it comes in waves, this flooding situation. It comes in waves because we're still trying to sort things out in a way. I'm still having an effect of the freaking flooding. But we'll get there, boys, we'll get there. So these need a little bit of water. I mean, they've got plenty of water right now from the flooding. Right, so the water kind of bounces round and then just hits that. So I think those key walls there need to be a little bit higher, if you ask me. Right, hold on. Right, let's going to bring them up a little bit higher and then just see how that goes then. So they'll probably still spill out, but just give it time. We got a little bit of flood in there, but I'll just give it time to clear through because it does clear through, then it kind of bulks back up. Why is the water kind of flow like in this area? Okay, it's all coming in. So yeah, it kind of comes in, hits off that, and then kind of bounces back out. What's the fish like? Oh, a little bit of tuna. Wow, there's a little bit of every fish in here, isn't there, in this little river? Wow. I think there's some fishing boats down there, boys, at some point. Right, I've created a little lake in here, but it will solve itself as time passes on. Right, so with this over here then, we've got now people coming in. So this is going to be used. People already kind of taken advantage of it. And we start having trains coming in and out. And then we can also watch then to the point where we eventually start seeing trains filter out. Right, are these people walking into the train station? Yes, they are. So it's being used. It's not pointless. It's being used to some extent. Oh, look at 18888. You just see that for a quick second? I seen it, guys. I seen it. We still have this train track here. I still don't know what I'm going to do with that. But it's there. And, yeah, so we see how this junction changes the train traffic. And if it starts doing good for us, we'll add in another one. Right, how's this flooding settling right now? So yeah, this is going to be here for some time. I can't really get it out. The water seems to have settled down a little bit from building a little bit of a higher wall. There's a random tree there. Let's let's delete that tree. Oh wait, I can't even delete the tree. Oh, I mean, this underground mode will be a pain in my life. What's happened to all the buildings around here? Wait, where's all the zoning? Is this because of all the? This is weird. Is that because of all the flooding that took place? How do I get that zoning back in? Oh, I don't even want to mess with it at the minute. Do you know what we'll do? We'll tree it off. That's always a nice thing to do, right? Alright, add some low... What I'll class now as low density trees. Get some darker trees in. Let me get some big boys. Up that brush size. Delete that random tree. There we go. Looks good, man. Looks good. Oh, did I not zone this bit? No, of course I didn't. So I'll just let the water naturally kind of settle down in that area rather than get rid of it, because that is a huge pain. And now I'm literally just waiting for trains to start using this. So do we have a train coming in yet? Okay, there we go. There's our first train. There's a couple more trains there ready to kind of come in. Well, they come down there. It's like a rocket, isn't it? Man, that shoots them like a rocket, that does. So we've got some trains coming in. And then before you know it, we'll have trains going out. So I wonder who will take advantage of it first. I wonder. But the options are there anyway. Because we've got to... How far does this backlog go? So, I mean, it all gets... Oh, wow, okay. I might say it all gets filtered over here, but I got a one-way going that way. Let's change some filtering. So let's set it up where certain lines go in certain directions. So if that... Let's say that's for... that line, those two there that don't go anywhere else. That one goes to that way. That's one way I should have done it. Maybe we kill off this. And that's a soul line. So we got the first two lines on this side kind of merge together and go down this way. So that can hopefully continually flow. The next two lines merge just there for this way. And then that fifth line is a single line that goes in that direction. So if we're not allowing them to choose all five in a way, and then they'll stick to what they can go to, which might change some demands, some traffic lines. That is actual traffic coming in, isn't it? So where does this go up to? Alright, so that's kind of stopping. Oh, I'm on the wrong finger. So that's kind of crisscross here, as that's trying to come in as well. And that's trying to come down. That's going round to here. And I don't think that train can then get out. So if I just crossed the road with it, and then brought this underground, like that, that might give then room for that to be a loop for the traffic to go around. I think this traffic is also trying to come out, isn't it? So if that can pump itself out, that's all going in that direction now. Which is all coming down to here. Which is all trying to filter out. But it's then all clogged up by this. I think we're slowly moving now. Yeah, I think, okay, we've now got some slow movement on the go. So it's going. It's all good. Okay. Right, we'll see what that takes. That's the thing, because I do it and I have to wait a kind of a while to see the effect of it. Alright, trains just come in. Is any trains leading out yet? There's a train. Yeah, there's a go. There's a train going out. Train coming in. Train coming in. Train coming in. Right, okay, so he's bringing trains in, which is good. It's a good sign. We have pointless freaking cargo trucks here going in. Oh, it's weird. Right, okay, so I think we should build the next one then. I think we should get like another one set up. Which would be very... Because is there jams? Yeah, it would be beneficial for the export area over here, which I think will be good. Right, okay. Let's buy the rest of this land. Oh, it's so expensive. And we'll kind of stick it over there. But where's that going to come from then? So we have an underground section just here. Got one there. Oh, we got a whole stretch of it here, which there's no trains on. So maybe we can start filtering in this way. Start getting them out, or Or do you reckon I should bring it from one of these? I should bring it from over here. Yeah. Right, okay. Well, that's a big brush size. Calm down. Right, if I take it there. Right, pause. Get a... Oh, we'll start from this way. So get the train track going in there. And then we'll make it go underground. Quite ridiculously. Because then I can filter this like this. So, my options are... Right, my options are... I could hook up one to there. I could do two, couldn't I? Right, if I run that one to there... Right, and then just put this there. And then run one to over here. So again, just pretend this is behind the scenes, okay, guys? All right, bring it up, back up to Earth. Okay, so we've got going both ways. So at least then this one over here. Is that dipping down even further? I feel like it is. Alright, bring it to there. So that goes that direction, and it can go that direction. And you don't see it. Good. Then this one's going to be the tricky one. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach this one, so it's all kind of all over the place, isn't it? It really is. So... Because they're all going to try and want to filter to go down one route. Or maybe I bring it over to here instead. Like that. I know it's a little bit of a crazy little interchange, but that should filter a lot of them out very, very easily. Spread them out a bit more. You can't see any of it. It don't exist, okay, guys? That's what you got to think of. It don't exist, this stuff. Got to wait for the the water to disappear off that. That's behind the scenes stuff that no one needs to know about, but hopefully it will help out our traffic. So we've got in 3 new routes. Which you can see trains now funneling out, which will be pretty sweet. Hopefully what I've done over here will start... Okay, so we don't see any more jams as much, which is good. Let me click on that because you can see them in orange. Which I think that alone solved a lot of the backup issues around here. It's just then we had all the issues over here. And they take time for them to filter through because you got to clear that junction. You got load over here which gets backed up as well. We got some monstrosities over here. But again, you got to wait for it to kind of... the junctions to clear. So while we've kind of cleared at the start, we got to wait for all the traffic to then... It's like, you know, street traffic. You clear a junction, then you got to wait for all the backlog to clear. Oh, I completely forgot about this, guys, to show you. I built the tunnel, the bridge. I've only just realised I literally forgot about this. So I built this here as just simply to see how much demand we have for it. Because I was going to see, like, oh, if we got loads of demand, I have to stick a roundabout on both ends. Demand's not that huge, to be honest, and it kind of just happens to work. But I still got to make it look pretty. It was just a kind of little test run to see how good it was. I completely forgot about that. Holy moly. Right. The water seemed to have disappeared then and hasn't filled up even more. So once I know it's consistent, I'll lower that key wall down a little bit and see how that goes. Damn, boy. Making some progression right now. So this is a big interchange here. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of people using that. It's the big interchange for the trains and the metro. So is this one as well. But I think they're choosing this one to be because of how it works. Where the lines kind of fall on it. This is cool, man. I can't wait to get more of this area built up. So, more trains going out. That's what I like to see. Has anyone started on these yet? Where's that train going? No, it takes a while for the routes to update. Anyone waiting on these yet? Not yet. Not yet, boy. I say, why is that line lighter? I mean darker, sorry. It's a little bit more higher to the surface, isn't it? So yeah, it's going to take some real time before we start seeing these routes update to where they're exporting out of these areas. But we'll just let it continue. We'll let it continue. So what's the trains like over here? So these are all trains coming in the region, aren't they? Yeah. They're all the ones coming in. And then just waiting for their routes to go. So what's backing these up as well is the fact that coming down here, there is a train station that you'll have to pass through, which is causing some of the backups. But that won't be an issue when we're rocking and rolling because we've got these new export routes as well. So it's just a case of waiting for... Oh wait, that's not even... Is that even connected? Oh no. Okay, it's because there's a big drop. I bet it looked like you weren't connected for a second. That would have been awkward. So what if I also... I was going to say, what if I also got like another route added in? But I'm waiting to see how, when they start using this, how it then affects things. Because until I see them using these new lines, I can't judge anything, can I? So, any trains on the go? Oh, we're still flooded. Alright, it's going to take some time before they then start to come into use. But how's this one still? Another train going out. Noise. So you don't mind if there's backlogs of them trying to get out of the area. You don't mind that, as long as I'm keeping the traffic free flowing inside. Yeah. We're losing a lot of money still. Like a ridiculous amount of money. I think at the start of this episode, we was at like 12 million. Now we're down to 9 million in the bank. So I feel like since that Sunset DLC update, it's kind of like flipped things on its head. I know we spend a lot of money on transport because we've added in loads of transport stuff. Like, it's ridiculously high. How much money are we making from the industries? We are making profit from the industry, so we're gonna have to get the fishing industry in at some point, so we can start. Well, that can start making money for us. I can also increase some of the taxes, which I think I'm gonna have to do. We'll increase them. We'll increase them all to 11%. So we're making 76,000 total profit right now from that. Oh no, that's the wrong one I'm looking at, isn't it? Well, it was 640 million. I know that before I kind of updated these. So I just kind of upgrade these a little bit. So just by doing that, wow, we've gained an extra like 100,000. That's ridiculous. I think it was just that's all I needed to do. Slightly raise the taxes a little bit. Some of them won't like it. But if they want to still live in this area, if they still want me to be the glorious mayor that I am, they're going to have to deal with it. Yeah, there's lots of trains going out, filtering out, which is good. Have they started using this yet? You know when it's going to start to work, when you start seeing people lining up, ready for the train. I don't know whether it's because of this. What I could... You know what would be kind of fun? Hang on, we reduce the brush size. I could create a small little river. Just for the fun of it. Let me bring that terrain height slightly a bit more down. Oh wait, actually, do you know what I just realised? I'm going to create a... It would actually cause a river to come in. Okay, let's not go down that far. So hopefully it filters it out a little bit. So I don't know whether that is stopping these guys, but it doesn't really matter that, because again, guys, to us, it don't exist. It doesn't exist yet, boys. Right. Oh! Oh, does it? I think a train has come in. The way it's just wiggled out of there. A train has come in and no one told us. There we go. There's another train. Yes! Trains are definitely coming in and out. Right, that went somewhere. I'm not sure where. There we go. Trains going out. Okay, so they are now starting to use it. So now we just played the waiting game for the rest of it. Oh, I think it would be a good idea to... I've been thinking about this bit. Get it across. To there, and then tunnel it down. Right, how does that look from the surface up? Not great. So we'll sort that out now. Why can't I get the point? There it is. There we go. So if we connect it from that side as well, it can then funnel out, especially from this here, coming down, it could go in, round, and then out straight away. It's an easy funnel system. Because that's all what we're waiting for. I can see it moving. Trains are definitely moving. Which is good. So we're slowly getting there. But the traffic has been backed up for so time. They already have their designated routes that they're going on. So I've just got to clear that so the new updated routes trains, or the new trains that update new routes, can then get to this point. But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. 2 more trains funneling out over there. Oh, there we go. You can just faintly see a train coming in there. Oh, there's one there as well. I think it's so low down you can barely see it. That's kind of cool. Right, it's working, guys. It's working. We just got to give it time. He says, give it time. Oh, they're all still trying to come and see. I need a way to bypass that, don't I? I do. What would be the best bypass? Oh, I just figured it out. Alright, if I come off there and just simply go, is that the right one? Oh, it's here, isn't it? Well, you can't see that, can you? No. It's a complete bypass before and after the train station. On both. So the train station's there. If I go to it here. Oh, wrong button! There. So if they're just trying to get down here to go through it, they've got this route here that they can connect through and past. Which hopefully makes it a little bit easy for those guys who want to go down that route. So yeah, behind the scenes of stuffs that you shouldn't really know exists. Just to get the freaking city running again and working. That's the extent that we have to go to, guys. That's the extent we have to go to. It's funny, man. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Right. So roads, because now that we are, hang on, underground again. There we go. So now that we kind of got this set up there, we've got these little patterns that we've got going through to kind of maximize our space. Oh god. There we go. We can get a little bit more residential zoning now in. Get more residents moving in, which is good to see. It's good to see. Progression, mate. Progression. So I want to go next episode on a complete crazy building expansion. I want to get this section all done with all the more jobs in. What's our unemployment like at the minute? 7%. So I want to go crazy on the jobs next episode. And hopefully by then the train scenario will be all good. Because they're pumping in trains in and out like no man's business right now. A lot of trains using that little bypass route, which is good. So that will get them rocking and rolling to where they need to go to. This is a little bit crazy here, this junction. So I don't know whether I should play around with it. But then again, if I come off that... Oh. You can then see the extent of the trains. So they're all coming in. See, what I'm thinking is, do I get it to bypass, like a bypass there, so then I come down here and turn, so it allows people to freely travel left and right that way. We've got the bypass over here for that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of right now. So if that was the way we did it, then we'll kill off that, because there will be no need for that. Keep the train traffic flowing forward to where that needs to go to, which that itself filters in many different directions. Okay. So it's just the general normal traffic for getting to a train station, and then we still got to clear this backlog over here, haven't we? Yeah, we're still trying to clear that backlog as bringing trains in. But again, like I said, it should generally go over time. We've got these little shortcut routes set up and whatnot. So it's just a case of waiting, really. that's literally what it is. It's a freaking waiting game. But guys, I think we're gonna end it for here today anyway. I don't know how there's got water over here. Maybe that was from... Oh, I think it's from this over here. Yeah, it's the tsunami wave that just hit. Ooh, boy. And so we've done some good in some areas. We're still working on other areas, but we just have to let the game simulate to get to those stages. But progression is happening everywhere you look. We're now back into making money because we've literally just charged more taxes. And we've got an extra 100,000 out of it, so... We're going to be back to making money again. That's all I can say. We're going to be back to making money. We do need some more export areas in general anyway, because it's still not great. We've still got plenty of work to do. So I don't know whether we kind of start creating some more little pockets. So like where you can see this island over here is like overfilled with it. We create some export areas for them. So maybe they need a little harbour on the go as well. So we switch this from a train station to then combine it to a cargo harbour like these. So we have then two methods on the same station, either via trains or by boats, which I think is the way to go forward. And yeah, it's slowly moving. That's all I can say right now. It's slowly moving. Still got little backlogs here and there, but we're slowly pushing it through anyway. It's slowly being pushed through. That's all I can say. Oh, it's a headache and a half, isn't it, guys? It is literally a headache and a half. But at least this junction's now clear, and we can kind of see where the traffic's trying to go. So, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.